What's up, Coastal Fitness Nutrition family? Dr. Devon Coughlin here. Another really good video that we're going to talk about today, specifically on nutrients that vegetarians and vegans tend to lack in their diet. All right. I'm going to say this could be a controversial video. There's no doubt about it. But again, when you look at the basis of Coastal Fitness Nutrition, where we're looking at the information we're gathering, more of like a mix between a paleo diet and a traditional diet, that comes together. That's going to be heavy in animal products. And I'm going to tell you, our ancestors ate primarily animal products. All right, it wasn't until a more modern time that we've actually been consuming more vegetarian type products. I don't want to get political, but now in 2021, we've never had an administration in the American government that's actually telling us how much meat we should eat. If you saw that or not, but they actually talked about we should be eating this artificial meat, soy-based, processed, fake meat, and they're saying that the average American shouldn't be eating more than 4 pounds of meat per year for the environmental concerns like greenhouse gases and things like that. I'm going to tell you it's not true, and we'll talk about how there's healthy meat and there's unhealthy meat without a doubt, but there's certain things that a vegetarian and vegan diet lack, and then there's certain health ramifications that come from that. All right, and so we're going to break down the top 10 nutrients that are lacking in that sort of a diet. But I'm going to tell you again, our ancestors always consumed animal products. All right, and so I think for us, our best bet is to continue to consume animal products. But I want to be really clear: commercial fed, beef and chicken and commercial meat is very unhealthy. If you remember from previous videos, it's high in omega-6 fatty acids. We're talking about wild-caught fish and shellfish. We're talking about wild game like that you would go and hunt yourself. We're talking about grass-fed, humanely treated animals, and that sort of meat is what we're talking about when we talk about animal products. All right, so I just want to kind of put that out there before we dive in here. First one I want to go over with you is one that's known pretty well, and that's going to be vitamin B12. All right, so if you are a vegetarian or a vegan and you were to talk to your doctor, one of the things that almost any doctor is going to do for you is they're going to run your blood work, and they're going to be looking for vitamin B12. All right, this is something you can only get from animal products. It's going to be important in cellular function. It's going to be important for energy. And really B12, if you're lacking that and you're eating this way, you're going to have to get it from a supplement form. And I'm going to make a blanket statement here. I'm going to tell you, if you get your nutrients from food, it's going to be superior to getting it from supplements. All right, so I'm not saying you can't get B12 from a supplement. You can, but it's not going to be the same active form that you're getting from food, and that's where we want to get all of our nutrients from. All right, number 2 here you're going to see is carnosine. Carnosine, again, is an amino acid-based nutrient that you're only going to get from meat. Carnosine is going to help with brain function. It's going to help with athletic performance. It gets stored in muscles and in the brain. And again, you're going to see that also has some anti-aging benefits that we'll get from carnosine. You can only get this in animal meat. All right. The next thing here we're going to go over here is going to be creatine. Creatine's another one that's also been known for brain function. It's for athletic performance. If you ever followed baseball in the 90s during the steroid era, Mark McGwire famously claimed that he was only taking creatine, and creatine actually does help boost athletic performance. And as a supplement, it is legalized by the Olympic Association. All right, so worldwide, athletes can take creatine. It's also found naturally in animal products. All right, so again, creatine has brain and athletic performance benefits. Number 4 is going to be omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. Again, you can only find these types of omega-3 fatty acids, and you're going to find them in seafood, shellfish and fish. You're also going to find them in grass-fed meats. All right, so that would be grass-fed cows, bison, even wild game like deer, different things like that. You want to make sure that you're getting adequate amounts of EPA and DHA. It is the most important nutrient for your brain. All right, so another tip is if you ever find yourself following a concussion or a traumatic brain injury, the best thing you can do for a concussion is give yourself EPA and DHA, omega-3 fatty acids. That's the main nutrient that your brain needs to basically function on a regular basis, but also to heal from an injury. Your brain is made up of fat, and it needs EPA and DHA more than any other nutrient. All right. Number 5 is going to be zinc. Zinc is pretty well known for its benefits with the immune system. It's also really, really crucial as far as hormonal production in your body. So your glands need zinc as a raw material to make sure that your hormones are functioning normally. Zinc also has some beauty effects as well. All right, so again, we want to make sure that we're getting zinc in our diet. Most Americans, even if they do eat meat, you'd be surprised, a lot of Americans are deficient in zinc. So that is something that we want to make sure that we're watching. There's different tests that you can do that we'll address in a future video. There's actually a test you can do at home to see if you're deficient in the mineral zinc. All right. I'm going to touch on number 6. Number 6 is going to be iron. And again, if you've ever followed the fact that vegans and vegetarians will often have low iron levels, again, you're going to get iron from eating animal products. Now, I want to be really clear here. Iron that comes in a supplement form is typically not your best friend by any means. It's going to be much more absorbable getting it from animal sources. There is plant-based iron as well that you can get from like dark green leafy veggies and things like that, which is great. But again, you want to make sure that you're getting adequate levels of iron. I'm not really a fan of taking iron as a supplement because you can very quickly get too high in iron. But if you're eating a normal diet, like we're going to lay out, as we would say, a traditional or paleo type diet that we teach in Coastal Fitness and Nutrition, your iron levels will be just fine. All right. Number 7 is going to be riboflavin, also known as vitamin B2. Okay, so all B vitamins help convert our food into energy. Specifically, B2 is going to be really, really important for that whole process, also for your hair, skin, and nails. All right, and so again, a lot of people have heard of B complex vitamin for hair, skin, and nails. B2 in particular is going to be one that vegetarians and vegans are going to lack in their diets if they're not consuming those animal proteins. All right. Number 8 here is going to be vitamin D3. Again, we've talked about this in different videos before, and there's a couple reasons why vegetarians and vegans would lack vitamin D3. The first is it's very low in almost any food. You can find it in small amounts in eggs and mushrooms. It's really highest in organ meats, and I realize most people, even if you do eat meat, you're not eating like beef liver or heart and kidney and things like that. Our ancestors would eat those things. So when we look at vitamin D3, if you remember, we get it from the sun. But if you remember from our vitamin D video, vitamin D3 is made in your body when the sun hits your skin. Then there's a pathway that converts cholesterol levels into vitamin D3. So your cholesterol gets converted into vitamin D3 so that your body can make vitamin D3 that way. A lot of vegans and vegetarians tend to have very low cholesterol. So you actually want to have, like you can have a problem of having too low cholesterol. So you want to make sure you have like a normal healthy amount of cholesterol, and that actually helps your body create vitamin D3. Number 9 is going to be vitamin A. All right, and so a lot of people will look at this and say, well, I thought carrots were high, any orange vegetable was high in vitamin A. They're high in beta carotene, but not necessarily the active form of vitamin A. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, all right? And so really what you're going to find vitamin A is, again, animal organ meats, it's going to be very, very high. There's a lot of people out there that if they just took one supplement only, and by that I'm talking about a basically dehydrated beef liver that you can take in a supplement form, you'll get vitamin A, vitamin D, you're going to get zinc, you're going to get iron. One of the most important supplements anyone could take, or even better, you would eat beef liver. I personally don't eat beef liver, but if I was going to do it, I'm going to get it from the supplement form. All right, that's how I'll get it from. But again, you want to have the activated form of vitamin A, not beta carotene that you see in carrots and sweet potatoes. That's not active. It's part of vitamin A that then it has to go through a number of pathways to become activated. If you get it from animal sources, you're actually going to get the active form of vitamin A. It's also found in some seafood as well. Number 10 here, you're going to see taurine. Taurine is an amino acid that has a lot to do with anti-aging. It has to do with the heart, the brain. So really, again, it's one of those amino acids. It's going to be essential, meaning that you can't make it on your own. So if you're not eating it, you're going to have to take it in a supplement form. But like I said before, we always prefer to get our nutrients from our food. Supplement would be a secondary option. All right, and so again, that's the list that we're looking at here as far as the nutrients, the top 10 nutrients that vegans and vegetarians lack. Again, it's been Dr. Devon Coughlin giving you the information here. Again, I want to bust the myth on the Impossible burgers and this fake meat. You want to run from fake meat. All right, if you're going to have meat, you want it the real thing. And I'm going to tell you, those Impossible burgers and all those fake meat, that whole industry of the plant-based meats, it's got horrible omega-6 fatty acids in there. It's genetically modified. It is not a staple of any healthy diet, so you want to avoid those at all costs. But again, I'm going to recommend that you're eating animal products. Make sure you like and subscribe so you're getting more of our info, our videos. Coastal Fitness Nutrition, bringing you another informative video here on the top 10 nutrients vegetarians lack.